hardest thing to drive. And I'm already getting soaked. So before I get drenched, let's throw it over to Hot Button where Madison and Katie talk about my favorite app, Snapchat.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Hot Button. I'm Madison Rhoda.
And I'm Katie Youngblood. Today we're going to be talking about the mobile app Snapchat and what we think about it.
So I've had Snapchat for a couple of years now. I'm actually a huge fan of the app myself. I think there's a lot less of an added pressure on its users to share things in real time. So for example, on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, when you post a picture and you don't get that many likes, you might feel the need to then take that picture down or only post a certain amount of pictures that will get a certain amount of likes or comments, whereas on Instagram there's no way for someone to like or comment on your picture, so you can just kind of have this carefree desire to share whatever you want with people and you won't feel bad about the lack of likes you get on it.
Right, okay. Well, I've had Snapchat for only a couple months now. I actually got it because I was peer pressured into getting it, not really because I necessarily really wanted it myself. But ever since getting it, I've noticed a couple things about the app. So I find it a little bit obsessive. I think that people spend a lot of time on the app, a lot of selfies, a lot of videos, and that in turn means that you don't really live in the moment. You're kind of just always out on your hike, all you're doing is you have your phone up and you're taking pictures and videos and you're not living in the moment, seeing what's actually around you. And it's just a little bit sort of self-centered, you're always taking pictures of yourself, you telling everybody what's happening in your life. It's a really self-centered way of sort of sharing things with people.
I can understand that for sure. Could you not argue though that that's every social media platform in a way?
You definitely could, yeah, but I don't know, Snapchat has always been a little bit, it started out in a way that I don't agree with. First of all, it was started because people wanted to, share scandalous photos or videos of themselves. And it was because, you'd only see the video or the picture for 5 or 10 seconds and then it would be gone. But nowadays, we know we're a little smarter than that. You can screenshot the video or the photo and keep it saved in your phone. So it sort of defeated the purpose. But, yeah, that's why I never got it in the first place, so I was a little bit skeptical.
Right, okay. For those of you who have never heard of Snapchat before, don't feel insecure or worried at all. It is a fairly new social media app. So the way it works is it's a very real-time app. Like Katie was saying, if I were to go on a vacation somewhere, you can share something intimate with someone in that present moment. So if I were to send a picture to my mom saying, oh, this is what we're doing, we're swimming here, she would then get that picture right away instead of having to wait hours or minutes and just look through her news feed and go, oh, Maddie posted a picture. So it is a very real-time sharing app, has a bit of a shady history, but let's talk a bit about how it's evolved since then. It's not your typical picture sharing app anymore. There's so many more components to it.
Yeah, definitely. Ever since getting it, I do realize that there are definitely some perks to the app. For example, I had a friend who went on a really cool trip, and it might be a place that I never get to go to, such as Mexico or the Philippines or something like that. And I was able to see their trip through their Snapchat, and I saw all these cool videos and photos and stuff that they took, and I just think that it's really cool that you get to see those things that you might never see. So there's definitely, a good reason to have Snapchat, and then there's also bad reasons. So I think it just depends on the user, how they use the app.
Definitely, and it's got so many of these other companies coming on, partnering with the app, right? So you've got Cosmopolitan, BuzzFeed, and they're sharing, their daily kind of videos and pictures with users as well, which is really interesting because you can read, like Vice News, daily different articles on a number of topics, so that's really interesting. And another thing that's really cool is they actually share events in real time as well. So if there's a huge college football game going on or New York Fashion Week, I can then look at what other people have posted, even though if they're not my friends, and look at this event that I would have never gotten the opportunity to see before. So I would agree with you. It definitely lets you see this unique perspective on events where you won't get that chance in your life, right?
Yeah.
So we've definitely established that there is some positives here. There was some negatives when it first started. Do you think there's any negatives while the app is up and running currently?
Yeah, I definitely do think there's a negative aspect to it right now. I think that one thing I've really noticed is that people can use it to sort of spy on other people. They sort of get their phone out and they take a video of someone who they think, maybe has a weird outfit, or they're acting weird, or they saw someone do a dance that maybe, the person on the other side didn't think was funny at all. It was just them being themselves or whatever. And I think it kind of lets you take advantage of people in a bad way. So, you're sharing it with just your friends, and yeah, it's only staying up for 5 or 10 seconds, but still, that's still, making fun of someone, and it's sort of something that I would be uncomfortable with. If I saw someone take a video of me and I knew that if I knew they were putting it on Snapchat, I'd be really insecure and stuff. So I've noticed that too.
I would agree with you. I have seen some things on some of my friends' snaps where, they're on a bus and they're like, oh, look at this girl, she has like bright red hair, haha. And I'm like, that's kind of inappropriate. That's not very nice. You're kind of taking a snippet of someone's life and sharing that with a bunch of people. And like you said, we now know you can screen cap these moments, so they're not as private and, spontaneous as you might think. They can stick around for a lot longer. So I'm sure most of the people who use Snapchat, their intentions are purely good and funny, and they're just trying to share these memories with their friends. So I don't think there's anything really crazy that we need to worry about in regards to Snapchat, but definitely a unique, fun app if you know how to use it and everything like that.
Yeah, I agree. There's positives and negatives to every app, so Snapchat is the exact same way. Be sure to follow us on either Facebook or Twitter and join in on the conversation. Thanks so much for watching.